What's up? Thank you for coming back into the Warrior Room with the Warrior Metaphysic. If this is your first time in, thanks for clicking. So, this one, real good, guys, real uplifting. Words of wisdom from wise and wonderful women. I'm sure they're going to speak to you. So, I won't even hold you up too much longer. I probably will react a little bit less in these because as a man, I want to let these women speak. Let's go.
There's nothing wrong with you showing up for yourself. You've shown up for everybody else, your family, your friends, your children. Now it's time for you to show up for yourself. And that doesn't mean abandoning anyone. It just means you're no longer willing to abandon you. What you want, your dreams, your visions that you have for yourself that God has given you. So show up. Yeah, it's time for you to show up for yourself.
If you're a single woman in your 30s, unmarried, no kids, you are winning in life. And let me impart 3 reasons why I feel this way. The first reason is you made it this far without having any children, and that leaves your options very, very open. My generation, we were just expected to get married and have kids. And if you made it to your 30s without being married, you were actually frowned upon. But in this generation, you could do all sorts of things. You could switch careers, you could change cities. The sky's the limit. The second thing is you have to understand that things are not always what they seem. Like, for instance, my best friend, she was 31 or 32 at the time that I was 30. And I'd given myself a 30th birthday party, and she flew out to attend the party. And we were in the kitchen, and I had not yet told her that my first marriage was over and I was getting ready to file for divorce. So we're standing in the kitchen, right? And she says, "Oh my God, you have such a beautiful life. Look at this home, and you have 2 beautiful kids, and blah, blah, blah." And I couldn't hold it anymore. And I said, "Girl, this is a shit show. This is a shit show. We're getting ready to get a divorce." And I just remember her in her singleness. She always felt like she was behind. And I learned from that. Things are not always what they seem. So, comparison is the thief of joy, y'all. And then the last thing I want to impart on you all is that 2 things can occur at the exact same time. And what I mean by that is you can completely be content in your singlehood and enjoy, living alone and not having any children and just loving your life, traveling and all of those things. And then at the exact same time, have periods of loneliness and feeling lonely. And that's okay too. Let those feelings pass through you because that's all loneliness is. It's a fleeting moment. It'll come and it'll go. Just enjoy the season that you're in because there are other women looking at you saying, "Oh my God, look at your life." Trust and believe. Trust and believe. Y'all winning. All right. Love y'all. Bye.
Love that. Love that video. Just because you're alone doesn't mean you're lonely. There's the difference between alone and lonely. And one thing she said too about feeling like you're behind, because I felt that way in my life too. Like no kids, single for a while. Um, and if you're not where you want to be in your life and your career, or where you feel you should be, a lot of times we get hung up on these expectations. Like we're supposed to be here by a certain age. We're supposed to be doing this. We're supposed to be doing that instead of being okay with where we are. And in that moment, start changing your future. Start looking at what you want your future to be. Start designing from that place, designing from where you are. And these words are ministry for me too, because I often contend with that myself. But I've learned to be okay with where I am and know that until I breathe the last, I still have a chance to make my life what I want it to be. And the last thing I'll say about that is too, I know like how it is to feel like you need to, accomplish a certain thing by a certain time, like a family and marriage and all that. And those are big ones that can really make you feel behind. But, and I know for women, you have a biological clock that is a factor. I get that. But I'm speaking to like the men, because I know there are some men, smart men are listening to wise words from women. But I just really wanted to say that it really spoke to me just about the schedule we put ourselves on, comparing ourselves to other people and where they are in their lives versus where we're not. So I hope that message spoke and hit home for those who needed to hear it. Let's keep going.
My life have learned that you have to draw lines. You really do, especially with people that you love, so that they can't respect boundaries that you don't have. If you don't have them, then they won't respect them. And so if you do it sooner than later, then I think it doesn't have to get to places where it's out of control.
Baby, let me tell you something. A good man will make you forget that your heart was ever broke. But let me tell you something else about a good man. A good man will walk away and leave your ass where you stand. If you think he's going to let you take advantage of him, if you think he's going to let you misuse him, if you think that he is going to let you take him for granted, understand what I'm saying. See, baby, just because he hasn't left yet doesn't mean he won't leave you. Okay? Don't think you got that much power and that man is out of his mind to the point where he will not walk away from your ass. Because, baby, he will. And guess what? You heard it here first. Yeah.
Bring your ears here. You wouldn't believe that you are so powerful. There are people sitting back watching everything you do from afar, and they're trying to come up with a plan to pull you closer to them so they can get underneath you. Because they want to know how you do everything that you do. They want to know why everybody likes you. Why does she receive so much love? Why do people respect her? How does she get the opportunities that she gets? How? They want to know everything that you do. So now their mission is to pull you closer so they can figure out the areas that you lack in. Because they really want to know your flaws. They like, she too good to be true. I got to find something bad about her. So now they can tarnish your character so they can prevent from other people viewing you, respecting you, and loving you the way that they do. Yeah, we got to come to terms with a lot of things and just start keeping it real with ourselves, especially as adults. Bringing new folks around you, making new friends, you got to be cautious.
It's come to my attention that some people are under the impression that the only thing Black America has contributed to the world is art and music. Well, let's stop that now. Here are a list of scientific and technological innovations created by Black America. It's a long list. Airplane propellant, biscuit cutter, folding chair, coin changer, rotary engine, car coupler, letterboxer, stainless steel pads, torpedo discharger, disposable syringe. Oh, all right. Home security system, keeping you bitches safe, coin planner, ironing board, sweep sweeper, sweeping you hoes up, horse bridle, horseshoe, lawnmower. Okay. Typewriter, train alarm, image converter, automatic fishing reel, ice cream, your favorite dessert, water quality algorithm. Would you even know if your water was clean? Okay. Molding printing press, envelope seal, laser fuels, pressure cooker for you pressed assholes. Okay. Window cleaner, pencil sharpener, fire extinguisher. Let them hating hoes burn in hell. The lock. Shoe lasting machine, lubricants, rocket catapult, elevator. And the next time that you need to make it to the 12th floor, take the stairs. Okay, gas mask, traffic signal, hairbrush, super absorbent polymers, which include diapers, pads, surgical sponges, pet litter, gel, ice packs. Oh, okay. Heated furnace. You bitches would quite literally be freezing. The blimp, the folding chair, handstand, fountain pens. Okay. Dustpan. Sweeping you hating hoes up. insect destroyer, baby buggy, sugar, refinement. Okay. Clothes dryer, cell phone, pressing comb, curtain rods, lawn sprinkler to pair with our lawnmowers. Oh, okay. So, urinalysis machine, right? Urinalysis machine, horse riding saddle, shoe, player piano, arm for the record player, doorstop, doorknob. Quite literally, opening doors for you hoes. Photo print wash, photo embalming machine, postal letterbox, toilet commode, furniture caster, the modern guitar. Thank you, Robert Fleming. Golf tee, motor, thermal hair curlers, lantern, gas burner, kitchen table, which you're not allowed to sit at anymore, bicycle frame, the wrench, the eye protector, the egg beater, the defroster, air conditioning. We should let y'all feel the heat, because I know you're feeling it now. The 2-cycle gas engine, the internal combustion engine, the starter generator, and the refrigerator controls, all created by Frederick M. Jones. Thank you. Clothes dresser, bottle caps, electric cutoff switch, relay instrument, the telephone system. We would not be in communication with you, whores. Granville T. Woods. Thank you. Electromechanical brakes, electro well system. Also, Granville T. Woods. Roller coaster. Let me not catch you at Six Flags. Auto air brake, helicopter, standing foam, super soaker, blood plasma. Wow. Pacemaker controls. Programmable remote control. Would you even be able to watch your Netflix? The video commander. Multi-stage rocket adapters, potato chips, and GPS. Shout out Gladys West, because she is still alive today, born in 1930 something, and she's 94 years old. So before you open your mouth to say that African Americans have only contributed to music, art, and culture, please think again, baby. So yes, my people have contributed to art, music, fashion, as well as science and technology. And rest assured, we will contribute more. Toodles.
Look, love it. Color me petty. I know Sis's delivery was a little hard hitting with the wordage, but I love the way she laid it out. And I decided to include this one because with all the stuff that's going on, if you've been online in social media and stuff like I have, you see it. I don't know if it's the bots. I don't know if it's the incels sitting in their dark rooms posting stuff, but I have come across, just in the whole race relations debacle right now, I've come across the statement so many times: what have blacks contributed to society? What have y'all done? What have y'all built? So I would be remiss if I did not include this one when the lady said it, because I even learned something new too. Like, I knew we invented some things, but I didn't know we were on it like that. So kudos. And I wanted to include it because I think it's very educational for educational purposes. Let's go.
As an African living in the United States, I used to share the same sentiment that Africans share about African Americans, because I had a hard time when I first moved here. People used to always tell me, you're not black enough, you're an Oreo, you're secretly white on the inside, as if I wasn't literally from Africa. But I now understand, after living here for 8 years, that black in the United States is a very specific criteria, and anything outside of that just doesn't fit. But I want to help African Americans understand that Africans coming to the United States are immigrants, first and foremost. Then they are Nigerian or Senegalese or whatever country they're from. And then at some point, they are black. But Africans don't put black high up on their identity well, as much as African Americans do. And that is for legitimate reasons on both ends. And so when an African is coming to the United States, they're thinking to themselves, okay, I'm an immigrant here. I have to do my best for myself and my family back home. The sacrifices that took for me to get here were no light work, okay? So I need to really align myself with what's going to make me successful in this country. And because it's the United States, it's the dominant culture, which is white American culture. And so Africans are going to instinctively ally themselves with the culture that's going to give them the most success. I mean, African Americans even admit that they have to code switch to be successful here because that's what brings success. And so Africans are like, all right, we'll do that. And it also doesn't help that for a long time, Africans are fed a very negative view of Black American culture, and that's its own propaganda. But because Africans are so conservative and they're coming to a country where Black Americans have been labeled as the antithesis to this conservative traditional family values, they have, if anything, more in common with like Southern Baptist white racist people. But that aside, going back to identity markers, Black Americans put Black first and foremost, and then everything else goes below it. And so they're thinking when another Black people come to our country, they're going to want to integrate with us, the other Black people, because duh, Black comes first. And they get quickly disappointed in realizing that for Africans, Black and the identity and that coming is not first. Their immigrant identity comes first, and then their country. And if anything, for us as Africans to feel like that's my brother, that's my brethren, or whatever, you have to come from the same tribe as us, because we have so many Black people around, we don't automatically pre-select for Black. But Black Americans don't have so many Black people around, have had to defend and protect their culture amidst a dominant white culture. And so they already pre-select and are overprotective for Black. And so that's why I think at the core of it, there's like a deep misunderstanding because of not realizing that we put, where we put our identity markers and what we put first and what we prioritize are so different culturally because of our differences in trauma, realistically. And so it does make sense that Black Americans will be like, oh, my people, my brethren, come here. And African Americans, or Africans, coming to the United States are like, I'm just trying to make it here. It's a lot of work to immigrate to the United States. And so y'all can stay over there, and I can see why it's hurtful, and I can see why it's taken personally, and I can see the deep misunderstanding and the betrayal that African Americans feel. But it's unfortunate, and that's just a reality. But if we can talk about it from this perspective, I think we can get to a better understanding. But I also believe that Africans that spend enough time in the United States get to this compassion and understanding of the Black American community, because it is a very unique and specific set of circumstances for a culture to grow and to develop.
I was surprised. There was a lot of mixed reactions to that video in the comments for that particular TikTok. Some people feel like she's just making up excuses. Some people want to have the conversation that she was having to get some understanding. Some people aren't trying to hear it. But I would be interested in hearing what you feel about it, what you think about that video, what she said, in the context of everything that we're experiencing right now with FBA and B1 versus immigrants. So let's keep going.
Want to know the networking move I used in my 50s that made leaders chase me for advice? This shocked everyone. Everybody makes the same mistake at networking events, trying to prove their worth by listing years of experience. Here's what I do instead. When someone asks what you do, say this: I solve problems most people don't even see coming. Now that line, it's landed me speaking engagements around the country, high-level consulting opportunities, leadership board seats. Here's what makes this so powerful. You're not talking about your past. You're showcasing your impact. You're not just in the room, you're owning it. So the key takeaway here is stop trying to prove your worth. Start demonstrating your impact. Want more scripts and templates that position you as the authority in any room? You need my Smart Talk Success System. Check out my profile and follow me for more. I'm Dr. Geneva.
All right, Dr. Geneva.
The top of 2012 came and I started having other health issues that were showing up on my skin. And it started out just like a little bit of rashiness here and there. And by March of 2012, it was every inch of my face.
Yeah, were you going to skin doctors? Were people trying to
I was kind of going to skin doctors, and then the stuff would hurt worse than it helped, and then it would make the stuff go away, but it would all come back in 2 weeks. And I was trying everything, and then I got allergy tested, and I realized that
all your stuff is coming out of your skin.
All my stuff is coming out of my skin. I flew to my favorite place in the world, which is Hawaii. Someone wanted to take me to see a volcano. And I was standing there, and we were looking at the volcano, and it was, Hawaii's magnificently beautiful.
Yeah.
So I was seeing the water and the volcano, and watching the smoke and everything come out, and I was taking it all in. And what I understood in that moment was what I had read about and what I understood intellectually, but that all things are interconnected. And then it was kind of like, yes, everything is interconnected, and you too. And everything is always in divine order, and even your skin, and even the stuff you're going through, I realize this sounds really simple, but it was like everything's always going to be okay. That's how it felt. We got down to our car and then down to like a little bathroom stop, and I went and I looked in the mirror, and my skin was the worst. It was the worst it had ever been. And I started to get mad. I was like, after all this that I've been trying, and I barely even eat anything that I like to eat, and then I felt this calm. I was planted with a seed of trust, and I didn't have it before because things would move me and to the point that I would be sad about something and my face would break out.
That's so interesting, because I thought you were going to say I came down from the mountain and I went and I looked in the mirror and my skin was clear.
No, it was the worst it had ever been.
It was the worst it had ever been.
I didn't react emotionally. It was just like, and I remember catching myself and being like, I feel okay with this. I mean, I don't want it, but it's not making me feel like, why, God? Like I want to shout,
You accepted it and surrendered to that.
And I accepted and surrendered.
Yeah.
But when I went home that same day, I got off the plane and it was clear.
Hallelujah.
And I feel like that surrender.
That's one of the biggest lessons I've ever learned in life. The moment you say, whatever, thy will, as you see it, God, I'm with you. I'll do thy will be done, not my will. That's the moment things move. Things move.
That's the moment things move.
You unblock it. You unblock. And then the blessings flow.
When someone don't want to see you.
Ooh, love India. Love me some India, Ari. And it's just how much our physical body, the condition of our physical body is a direct reflection of our internal, emotional, mental, spiritual body. I know a lot of you know that, but that story just brought it home to me on a just even deeper level. I like the quickness with which she surrendered and it cleared up. Like, hey, that's what it looks like to be in tune. Again, love me some India. Y'all know I had to include my girl. India, if you ever see this, know that I would love to meet you. Maybe we can sing a couple of songs together. But let's keep it moving.
Dance. And the minute you feel it, the minute you feel it in your spirit, in your energy, in your mental.
I'm just going to go back because I think I cut off some of her words there. Not just trying to see India again. I know that's what y'all thinking.
You unblock it. You unblock. And then the blessings flow.
When someone don't want to see you advance, and the minute you feel it, the minute you feel it in your spirit, in your energy, in your mental, the minute it comes to your thought process, like this person is a hater or this person is get those people the fuck away from you or move the fuck away from them. Because I'm telling you, it's only a matter of time before they're going to start fucking up shit in your life or trying to. The longer you allow people to sit around you that you know don't have your best interests at heart, you are only hurting yourself. You're not hurting them because they waiting. They trying to figure out a way to get in between the nooks and crannies, to find you slipping, to fuck your life up. Trust me, I've been through it. The people that you think are your friends, your family, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your uncles, whoever the fuck, you have an increment, a little bitty thought in your fucking brain that this person don't want to see me succeed, this person is a hater, this person has some type of, I can't figure out what it is, but it's something. That minute, at that very moment, get that person the fuck away from you, or they're gonna fuck your life up.
I'll tell you this, no is my favorite word. Yeah. No. Mm-hmm. No is, and I found out how powerful no is, especially in this town. This is the town of yes. Yes, men. Yes, I'll do it. Yes, whatever you need. Just make me a star. Yeah. You know? You know, but no is so powerful because that is you taking up for yourself. Right. No, I don't feel like coming to dinner. Yeah. No, I don't want to do that role. I don't, that doesn't serve a purpose for me. Yeah. I know the check is great. Maybe that's someone else's blessing. Yeah. You know what I mean? And the relief that I get from saying no, because I know I'm protecting my peace. I know I'm doing a good thing because for a while I was the yes girl, the people pleaser, you know, and I just couldn't do it anymore because it wasn't servicing me and I wasn't feeling fulfilled.
A reminder, just because I think highly of myself does not mean I think less of you. I think the world of you. I was never looking down at you. You were looking up at me. You can't compete with me when I'm rooting for you. Make me proud. Do your thing. I would love to see it. Love to support it. Every time. We are not the same.
You don't.
How many of us are on that type of time? Like, a lot of times you fake being there, fake being real, and holding that jealousy and envy on the inside. Like, how many of us are on that type of time that she was talking about?
Already know the power of your words and how they contribute to the reality that you currently live in, then it's time. I was at Target the other day with my basket of 10 things, even though I went in for one thing. But there were these two young women behind me, and one of them was going on and on about how fat she felt and how fat she looked. The other friend responded, "The scale is not your friend. I gained 5 pounds and I feel disgusting." Back and forth they went so confidently with this negative self-talk. The first thought that came to my mind was, please get yourself some friends that will call you out on the crap that you say to yourself instead of agreeing with you and driving down with you to the hole of your self-destruction. The interesting thing about us human beings is that some of us will go to war over things that other people say to us or say about us, but we say worse things to ourselves and about ourselves. I grew up in the Nigerian culture where we are overly superstitious about the power of our words. Our names have meanings. Our words carry so much weight. In the Yoruba culture in Nigeria, when you don't have money, you don't say that you're broke. You say the opposite, which is owo po lowo mi. It means I have a lot of money in my hands. When you're not well, you don't say that you're sick. You say aramida, which means I am well. There are moments of frustration when my mind will reach for things, words that are not true about me. And in that moment, what I say to myself is, I would not say these words to the people that I love, the people that I care about. Why would I say these words to myself? Why would I believe them about myself? So the next time you find yourself commiserating with others or yourself, or maybe you're just joking around and the negative words are just rolling out of your mouth willy-nilly. Ugh, you look old. Ugh, you're fat. You sounded stupid in that meeting. Or you find yourself laughing at something and you're like, I'm dead. Or you find yourself complaining to your friends that you are going to die broke or die alone. Remember that words are things, that your words attract the life that you want. Your words are building your reality now. So watch the words that you allow in from others and watch the words that you allow in from yourself. Words have started wars. They have perpetuated low self-esteem. Words have broken hearts. They have destroyed dreams. But words have also built dreams. They have spread love. They have built confidence. They have changed lives.
The question is, how do you want to use your words? It can make a difference between creating the life that you want and living the life that you do not want. By the way, I'm Wemi. I'm a life coach and a career coach. If you are seeing one of my messages for the first time, it is so lovely to meet you. Don't forget to follow for more doses of inspiration. If you need additional support, you can apply for one-on-one coaching with me. The link is in my bio. I'll see you soon.
Love that. Powerful words. We got to speak life. We got to speak life to ourselves, life to others, and speak life into our lives.
Human beings have one job. Self-care. Take care of yourself so that when the people you love fall, your arms will be strong. Don't keep, no, let me get through this. Let me get through this. We are as sick as our secrets. Don't hold no secrets in. If you've been touched, baby, tell somebody. Don't hold that in and eat yourself to death and drink yourself to death and be in those dark rooms. See, I have bipolar disorder. Yes. I know about depression and mania. Don't do it. Go and take care of yourselves. Life, guys, life is beautiful. I've been all over the world. I've been fortunate enough to see half the world, including Antarctica, Mongolia, Egypt. I've been everywhere. Uzbekistan. Just got back from, oh my God, Cambodia, Angkor Wat. Just got back from Kathmandu, Nepal, where I saw Mount Everest. Come on, y'all. Look, wait a minute. Little poor girl from Kenlock, Missouri, standing in front of Petra in Jordan, the Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi, and I stand there and I say, look at you, baby. Live it and love it. Live it and love it. Live while you live.
If that's not a word, this is why we need you, Jennifer. This is why you cannot quit. I know that you had said you were almost going to retire right after Blackish was done. You're not thinking of that, are you?
Well, you know, COVID, when it first started, we all contemplated our death.
Yeah.
We didn't know what this thing was. We didn't know. And so I had an opportunity to look in the mirror and say, Jenny, what you want? What if you knew you had 5 minutes left? Who would you call?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Yeah, I'm dramatic, but I live every day as if it's my last. Wow. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love life because I came through bipolar disorder, sexual addiction, abuse from childhood. I fought for my happiness. I didn't want to be depressed and get out on stage and wear a mask as the diva. Like when I got the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, I told people it was the work I did off stage, off camera. I went and took care of myself. And now I can enjoy the fruits of my labor, darling.
And not only are you enjoying the fruits of your labor, this is why we love you so much, because you still give out these gems and nuggets of wisdom. And everything you say, everything you do is going viral to a generation of younger people. How is that making you feel, Jennifer?
I am going to say this, and I want to look right in the camera and say it. This administration is taking our rights away as we sleep. As we sleep. We've got to pay attention. We've got to vote. That's what my songs are about.
Yes.
I just got a con artist. I was involved in a romance scam. I just got him 8 years.
Oh, you did? Yes. Yes.
Listen, I kept a private eye on him for 5 years. He went after 3 other women. My private eye got enough evidence to call the FBI. They got the 3rd girl to wear a wire, and they got him. And baby, the judge was going to give him 4 years because it was a non-violent crime. But after I read my victim statement, After I read my victim statement, telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God, with dramatic tears. You gotta understand, you gotta be honest. You can't be great and lie your way to it. You can't lie your way to greatness. You gotta tell the truth and you gotta be honest. See, I know that. That's why I'm free, because I take responsibilities for my choices. Listen, I'm not perfect. Hey, okay? I this morning too. Don't start with me. Yeah, I said it. Because we all did. So I'm human. But I know who I am. And I fight for my happiness, having been depressed for 35 years of my life before I went into therapy and took care of myself. Ain't no shame in my game, y'all. I ain't got no secrets. So don't come for me.
Man, don't you just love Jennifer Lewis? You gotta love Jennifer Lewis. I respect that woman so much. Powerful Black woman. Successful and just an authentic woman. Love that. So that was it. I hope these videos resonated with you on 1, 20, 30, all levels. Would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And if you're interested, I also did a video on words of wisdom from Black men too. Of course, it'll be the one that's recommended here in this video. Thank you for tuning in, and if you watch the whole thing, thank you for tapping in and staying tuned. You are a real one. I appreciate you. Drop a like if you indeed liked it, and I will see you in the next one. This was Wise Words from Wonderful Black Women, and I think they were all bangers. Namaste.